Alright, so I just got done with Haikyuu Season 2, and I quickly ran to my computer because, wow, my love for this show has changed a lot since the first video I did. We got the rise of Tsukishima, the introduction of my new favorite Bokuto, we got the fallout of our boys Hinata and Kageyama, we got a new start in Tadashi with his serves. Oh my god, it's just so much. I'm Jack's Corner. Let's break this down. Cue the music! Alright, where to begin? First off, I'm going to be getting into spoilers, just so you all know. And let's start off with the unexpected fallout between our boys Hinata and Kageyama. It started off as just a normal session with our girl Hitoka, and bam, we get into this brawl, which was actually really painful to watch because we'd fall in love with our characters Hinata and Kageyama. Seeing them fight really did hurt, but it turned out to actually be the growth that they needed. It caused both of them to get into training. We had Hinata go training with the old coach Yukai, and it really helped complement each other in the games. And it built up their mental toughness as well, and it really strengthened their relationship. Like, when you look back at it, they've been fighting and they've been getting along and then fighting and getting along. But at the end of the day, those two are inseparable. They complement each other so perfectly with their, completely opposite personalities. So honestly, as hard as it was to watch, it was perfect. After this, our boys learned a new move even better than the quick attack. But it was also harder to perfect as well, obviously. After this, Karasuno gets invited to a training camp in Tokyo where they're training with the big boys now. We get introduced to the new schools Fukurodani, and we get to train with the old rival but close friends Nekoma High, which is Kenma's team, which we all love. In training camp, a couple major things happen, one being the intro to my new favorite character, Bokuto, with his whole hey hey hey, like all that shit. We had a huge change to the way that we look at Tsukishima as well, which actually made me kind of like the guy. I hated him in Season 1, I'm not gonna lie to you. I might get crap for that, but he was like the only character that I didn't like in Season 1. But Bokuto's energy and straight up skill really rubbed off on him, I feel. And really everybody, it's not just Bokuto, everyone from Nekoma High rubbed off. And just seeing him train with the other tall players and just kind of their energy and their skill rubbing off on Tsukishima really struck a nerve with him. He didn't make a huge change in kind of the way like he looks on the outside, but the way he thinks is completely different now. And, it really is a big boost because Tsukishima, he's a really big contributor to the team now, which is great. And they just wouldn't leave him alone. Bokuto even taught Hinata about the tip over spike, which was amazing. Getting spiked on, or getting your spike blocked on purpose so that you can reset the ball. Then the unexpected happened. Similar to Hinata and Kageyama, we have a tiny falling out of our two characters, Tadashi and Tsukishima. And this one actually felt really real to me. Tadashi is not the flashiest character, he's not the most popular, but him talking to his best friend and just telling him what he needs to hear was huge. I'm not going to spend a lot of time on this here because I really want to get to the tournament. But that conversation and that falling out, and it wasn't even really a falling out, it was literally just a best friend and Tadashi telling Tsukishima what he needed to hear. Now, it's tournament time, and we have lots of new weapons. Every single player has spent lots of time getting better and better. And so, when you have all these players getting better, things just have to get better in the tournament, right? Well, yeah, it is right. We actually started off by winning the first round against Josenji, I believe is the name. We beat them pretty good. And it's kind of funny because, how they started it was with their main player. I forgot his name, but he was hitting on our favorite waifu Kyoko, and the anime does what it does best, and it still makes you like them. Then we move on to Wakutani High, which is where things get a little scary and dicey. Obviously, as the games progress, they're going to get harder too. They had an incredible player, I forgot his name, but he resembled the tiny giant, and it actually really got to Hinata because he was actually better than Hinata in a way, at least on a one-on-one aspect. And then, after all this is said and done, the really scary thing happens, and our captain Daichi gets hurt. And he gets hurt pretty bad. It's actually by running into Tanaka too, and obviously Tanaka feels awful about it, hurting his captain and everything. But you know, it's just the way it is. That's the game for you. But he gets pulled out of the game for the whole game. But thankfully, they ended up pulling out the win. And then we get to the nail biter, the season finale game. We get to the semifinals after beating Wakatani, and it's a rematch of Karasuno and Abajosai. And oh, man, this is where I started to get really nervous. I bit off all my nails, man. I gotta say, I love our main players, but there's something about the feeling I got when Tadashi finally perfected his serve and scored multiple back-to-back points for our team against the best. This is the semifinals. Like, he didn't just learn this playing against any randos. Like, no, he learned this against the best. And, you know, you had the rivalry of Mad Dog and Tanaka, the rivalry of Oikawa and Kageyama, the tenacity of Hinata doing everything in his power to make sure that they reached the finals. It was just incredible and inspiring. And then after a really long, hard-fought game, which ended up getting to the third set, we finally did it. We won. Like, we actually won. And Karasuno High is going to the finals. I can't lie, I couldn't help but cry of happiness when Hinata landed the game-winning spike, hitting it off of the main character, Oikawa of Abajosai. Our boys getting to the finals. It's official, and man, it's gonna be a great game going against Shiro Torizawa, and bam, like, that's the end of season 2. The final is set. It is Shiro Torizawa versus Karasuno for the finals. Whoever wins goes to nationals. Lots of ups and downs, lots of emotions, and again, it leaves me wanting more. I can't wait to start season 3 and see who the winner is going to be. But I gotta say, this is shaping up to be one of my all-time favorite animes, I'm not gonna lie. Guys, thank you so much for stopping by Jack's Corner. If you liked this video, please leave a like and subscribe. If this video hits 10 likes, I promise I'll make a season 3 video as well. My main goal on this channel is to build a community where we can all talk about the animes and mangas that we love. So if you're into that, subscribe and let's talk. That's it for today, everyone. See ya.